we have boxing Hall of Famer, former world champion, outstanding trainer, James Buddy McGirt on the line with us. How you doing today, buddy?
I'm great, thank you.
And basically what I want to know, and you know, this is like that age-old question, do trainers make fighters or do fighters make trainers? And for the people that are watching, the fans that are watching, you've had success as a world champion, as a fighter, and then you've helped fighters like Arturo Gatti and Antonio Tarver,
Kovalev.
Yeah, I mean, you've been able to take guys, recalibrate them in a sense, and have a lot of success. So I want to hear your answer as a world champion and as a trainer of world champions. Do fighters make trainers or do trainers make fighters?
I think that basically, in all honesty, it depends on the fighter and depends on the trainer. Perfect example, a promoter said to me one day, and it made sense. He said, buddy, everyone's ranting and raving about this guy being a great trainer. He's not a great trainer. He just happened to have good fighters. Now, on the flip side, you get a guy, say like Robbie Garcia, who gets guys that are CB level, but are able to compete at the A level. So, you know, Robbie was able to bring that out of them. You know what I mean? And the trainer that the promoter mentioned to me, when he said that to me, I watched the fighters. The fighters didn't get better. They were the same. They probably was in better shape than they were, but nothing about them changed. So, you know, it's like 6 in one hand, half a dozen in the other.
That's interesting. Yeah, you know what? I kind of think I'm inclined to really agree with you, buddy, because it feels like it's certain fighters who really need a trainer, right? They need a trainer more than other fighters do, and you'll see, or they may get to a certain part of their career where they might have gone as far as they can go with one particular group or one particular setting. And then they'll find this relationship with a trainer that opens up a whole nother level. Like, to me, I think I saw that with Kovalev with you, especially when he came back and fought Eliter Alvarez in the rematch. There were some things that he had gotten away from, and getting back with you, he got back to those things. And even we saw a little bit of it through the first 5 or 6 rounds against Canelo when he was having some success. So I think like that's an example.
I think a lot of it, thank you, but I think a lot of it has to do with communication.
Yeah.
You know what I mean? I think honestly, what's hurting today is that people today think that if a guy can do mitts, he's a trainer. They go, wow, you see how good he does the mitts? Well, that's good because the mitts are choreography. You know what I mean? You telling the guy what to throw and you prepared, you ready for it. He's ready for it. You know what I mean? So I've seen guys do mitts, and then when they got off the mitts, I said, okay, tell me one thing you learned on that. I mean, what did you learn? Absolutely nothing. You know what I mean? Now, if you take the mitts and you take time to teach the guy, then it's different. But there's so many trainers out here today that, how can I put it, man, you know, without, they're not trainers, I'm sorry. This is my thing. You cannot teach what you cannot do. You can't teach what you haven't done. You can see and say, okay, I've seen this guy do this, so I'm going to teach my guy to do that. Okay, that's all well and good. Yeah, but now you get in a fight and the water gets deep. And the fighter's coming to you now for answers. It's like, hold up, man. A, B, and C ain't working. We got to go to D, E, F. And the trainers look at him like, well, shit, I don't know. Why? Because you haven't been there.
So basically, you're saying something that I've been saying a lot recently, because, you know, I manage a lot of fighters. I'm always evaluating situations and seeing what's going on in a lot of these fights. And so obviously your practical experience and your understanding of what you were seeing, not only out of your own fighter, but out of the opponent as the fight's going on, because it's a fluid thing of fight. It's a changing thing as it goes on. So basically what you would say is that experience and the ability to understand, not just from a textbook scenario, but from a functional scenario, having experienced it really separates. Hence why guys like you and Robert Garcia and even Freddie Roach, guys, that have become big brand name trainers, have had that practical experience.
I mean, there came a time where one of us was in a fight where shit got deep, and we had to, in the middle of the fight, we had to make the adjustment on our own. We didn't have time to go back to the corner. Mm-hmm. We had to make that adjustment right then and there. And I believe that when fighters get in those situations, if they're able to come back to the corner, they're looking at their trainer as, hey, man, it's like a little kid looking up to their dad. I need answers now. And if the trainer doesn't have the answers, what happens?
Goes out on his own.
And the others don't have the answers because they've never been in that situation. They've probably seen it and said, okay, well, if my fighter gets in this, I can teach you. No, it's not always about that. It's about getting the message across in that 1 minute that you have in between rounds. You know what I'm saying? I've watched 100,000 Rambo movies. I can't survive in the jungle. You know what I mean? Shit gets thick. I'm like, hold up, man, back up. You know what I mean? So a lot of these guys today, they say, oh, this guy's a good trainer. What makes him a good trainer? Well, he can do the mids good. Again, what makes him a good trainer? Can he teach you? Can he teach? No. A lot of guys substitute the mitts for the heavy bag. No. Did Sugar Ray Robinson do mitts? Nope. Did Muhammad Ali do mitts? Nope. Roberto Duran? Nope. But these guys learned their craft because they had teachers. They had great teachers. You know what I'm saying? Today, you don't have that today. You know what I mean? I hate to say it, and if I'm just telling like it is, man. You don't have that today. And a lot of these trainers out there have never been in those situations. They just happen to come across good fighters. I mean, but like I say, a guy like Garcia, I respect him because he's taking guys. Like, who would thought a guy like Marcos Medina would give Floyd Mayweather so much trouble? Mm-hmm. They both had to click, and Robert had to get the best out of him.
Yeah.
You know what I mean? To give Floyd that trouble. And he was able to do that.
And he beat Broner too.
Exactly. You know what I mean? So you got to have that certain chemistry between the fighter and the trainer. See, some trainers don't want to lose their job. Mm-hmm. So they're going to make it work, even if it's not working. They're going to do what they have. They're going to get in where they fit in. You know what I mean? I tell any fighter or any manager when they call me, let me and the fighter work together for a week. I mean, we might be best of friends outside the gym, but we get in the gym, we might not click. So if we don't click, how much am I really going to get out of that fighter? How much helpful can I be to that fighter? You know what I mean? So, when it comes to a time where he says, all right, buddy, I need you. Wow. You know what I mean? If there's no trust there, you're only going to get but so far.